Bob Bowden is back with me now. He's with Choice Media. Bob, I want to pick up on this discussion about whether they are data mining our kids through this program, Common Core, because now when you say, okay, the feds are overseeing it, the feds are making certain things conditional upon states adopting it, and the feds are going to data mine our kids and their families through it, how?
Right. So what does, data mine mean, right? So to some, the more innocuous explanation is that it's just taking averages to find out how the average kid is doing because they need to adjust the educational standards in a certain way to compensate for, well, kids really, they are getting this concept, but they're really missing this other concept in their second grade reading or something. And so we're going to make an adjustment. That's, so people generally don't have a problem with that. But the question then becomes, where is all this data housed? How specific is it to the kid? And then ultimately, how is it going to be used later? At the risk of controversy here, when Google had a program called Doodle for Google for children, they had an application children were supposed to fill out. They would basically doodle like the Google logo, and they would be a national contest. They would pick their favorite doodle. It would go on the website, right? So they asked for the Social Security, or at one point, they asked for each kid's Social Security number, children's Social Security number on the Google form.
Unbelievable.
Exactly. And so when that came out, they quickly, abandoned it. But they said, oh, no, it's just to make sure we don't get duplicate entries, was their reason. But ultimately, what sort of
How
privacy
much sharing
issues
do we want to do with the federal government at such a young age for our children? When we've done so many stories on school curricula, we had the test question that suggested the United States is responsible for bringing 9/11 upon itself. We had teachers encouraging the children, asking female students to cover up in burqas and use the term freedom fighters when discussing terrorists. That's not part of a Common Core curricula, but it's controversial.
I don't think the burqas would be, no.
Right? So, I mean, but that's the danger in putting the decision-making on learning in the hands of one central authority. Maybe you disagree with that authority. I got to run, Bob. Thank you for your expertise.
Anytime.